Hi, Jade. So quick. So quick. So quick. Sorry, life has been like insanely crazy this afternoon. So, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I swear life is coming for me. And I forgot. Andrew's like, Mom, what's for dinner? Shit, I gotta think about dinner. You're welcome. It's a last minute, like, quick meal tonight. I didn't realize I was so unprepared today.
Where you going, Dan? Nowhere, Dad. I'm in my room.
So, excuse me while I adjust my schedule here. So I wanted to get on really quick before I'm completely settled, so that way you guys didn't think we forgot about you. Hello, Cat. Hello, Liz. Hello, Terry. What is up to my friends? Dan said
it's back to school season, which
he
means
was napping. I just got out of the shower. It's been that day. Hi, Stormy. How are you? Happy Wednesday evening. Happy hump hump day. You guys humping? Dan's not, but hi, Gracie. How are you? How is everybody doing? Everybody's fine, I hope. Hello, Christy. Hello, my friends. Hello. It's time to let you know. It's been so long and Dan's distraught. He's so distraught. Oh well, hello. Hello from South Carolina. How are you, Joan? We are here. We are late. We are better than ever. Cheers. Sauvignon Blanc. Oh, there we have it. Hello, Henderson. How are you?
Fine.
Oh, we love each other. See? That's pure love. Is it not? Hi, Stephanie. First, how was it? Was it awesome? He loved it. So my baby's...
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I couldn't sing today. Do you know I got a violation?
To talk with you
when I was
again.
changing the words and it was like, subscriber live, you may not sing.
Oh.
Jeez Louise.
That is a great song. And frickin' Art wrote that song. Paul Simon did not write that song. Art wrote it about a blind friend that he had. I was blown away. I thought for sure that was going to be a Paul Simon, but frickin' Art wrote that. What a wonderful song.
I'm hangry. Somebody's hangry. What would you recommend? Chips.
Hamburgers,
Chips.
burritos, tacos,
Chips.
pizza.
Chips. Chips while you decide what you want to eat. No, you don't eat a ho-ho right now.
If you're hungry enough.
Mars
If
keeps
you're
crowding
hungry.
you. Ha 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 ha. Look, his handle name's Jupiter, and he said Mars keeps crowding him.
I don't get what?
Hi, Leaks. His name is Mars, and he said Jupiter keeps crowding him.
Oh,
Jeez,
Mars.
Louise.
I thought you said Marge. I didn't get it.
Oh, I'm glad, Suzanne.
She doesn't have to. Yeah, she goes in the sun.
No, I haven't been in the sun. I just
She's
got
gonna
out of
be
the
a
shower.
Mars patient. I hope you find your own Dr. Eisen.
I hope you find a clue. I'm still waiting.
For me to find a clue?
Yeah.
I think it's get a clue.
Find a clue. Find a fucking something and grasp onto it. Why are you always the
Art
one
touring?
that's pissed?
I'd
and
see
not
Art.
there?
I would definitely
Can you
go see Art.
explain to Rich why I'm always pissed and you're not?
Rich,
Oh,
if I
Rich,
had that answer,
That's
man,
such an open-ended
I'd be-
question.
I can't. I'm not in her head.
That's
She's not.
such-
I mean, sometimes she acts pissed, but she may not be pissed. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's your assumption and that's your judgment of me and that's what you want to see. So there you have it. Simon did not
For
write
me?
that song.
Smile.
I always love you. Oh, he gets pissed. You guys don't let that fucking smile.
Simon did write that song. Are you sure?
Hey Danielle, great name.
I'm gonna have to relook that up. I mean, I heard like on, satellite radio, one of the DJs was.
Jay Liz, hold on a second. Where did I see Pig Latin? I just saw that somewhere. It's in Elk Grove. Where is that?
Pig Latin?
No, it's seriously, I saw that. I was like, what is that?
I'm in say.
No.
Ray,
No. There was literally.
Alsay,
Oh my God.
Upsay,
You're
Islandsay.
not listening.
I'm talking Pig Latin.
No, I know, but there is a song. I mean, there is a restaurant, and I just.
Our
Chantel,
wedding
how are
song
you
was
doing?
Simon and Garfunkel.
Como
For
sta?
Emily.
It was not.
For
Why?
Emily.
Our first dance was to
Wherever
what?
wherever I may find
Nope,
her.
it was not. What was our first song?
It's the greatest song. It's the greatest love song ever.
What was? We just saw the video, bruh. What was
Bruh?
our first song we danced to?
Well, that wasn't our wedding
It's
song.
on Elk Grove Boulevard. I saw it. I saw Pig Latin. We're on Elk Grove Boulevard because I can't
We're
place
going to sit
it.
here and talk about where a restaurant is in Elk Grove.
Yes,
So
everyone-
if you're not in Elk Grove, just slide on by.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Slide on by.
You're still in a lot of pain. Well, I've been thinking about you today, girl. The one I'm looking for. Still haven't found me either. I still
And I
haven't
still haven't found
It's not
what
bruh.
I'm looking
It's
for.
bruh. Our
I
first
gotta
song,
catch the words up on
East
Fort
Stockton
Emily.
Boulevard. I saw it, you guys, and it's now driving me nuts because I saw it. I was like, what's this new restaurant? Bruh. B-R-U-H.
Michael Caine. I mean, Bill Cartwright went to Elk Grove High, and a bunch of frickin' professional baseball players
Thanks, Emily.
and football players.
That Paul Simon wrote that song.
I'm being inundated with that. So maybe the whole frickin' art story's wrong. Maybe it wasn't about a blind man, but it fit, and I sure got suckered into
That's
it.
why I don't trying to figure out what songs mean.
Dude.
I just sing it and I dance to it. That's it.
Well, that's 90% of the fun.
Moneymaker's here. Can you just tell
You're
me
not getting a
hello?
moneymaker. We're signing them over here. Let me just prophylactically handle that situation. Ayuk is going to stay with the Niners. I have it from a
I
good
know,
source.
Terry. I just told
I am
Dan
lying.
about
I
you
have no
the other
idea.
day. What was that horrible
Oh,
person?
you went to college.
Yeah,
with
Terry
Bill
is the one I was telling you
Bill
about
Cartwright?
the fucking murderer. Terry, remind me
Oh.
what the name of that person was, because
The Night
it's a
Stalker,
good
Richard
response.
Ramirez.
Yeah, J.D. Liz. I saw it, and it's driving me nuts because I remember seeing it, and I was like, "Ooh, new thing." Can you imagine that being a wedding song?
Come on, Eileen. I don't know what the hell that's about.
Somebody said, "Could you imagine that
Or
being your
our
wedding
house.
song?"
What?
I still haven't found one.
And you guys, would you like to read your vows? I'm going to sing mine.
By the way,
and I
we
still haven't found
We
what
just
I'm
found
looking
out
for.
what our first song we danced to was, and it wasn't none of those things.
It was the wedding song when you walk down the aisle. That
Nobody,
was for
no,
Emily.
there was no for Emily. We just watched the video.
Of the
It was an orchestral piece. It wasn't any song, but our first dance was to Mark Cohn, Walking in Memphis.
Oh, well,
Oh,
that was a big song for me.
God.
That was
Damn.
a song. So I didn't remember that, but there's a story
We just
behind
watched
it.
the video.
Walking in Memphis.
Yeah, that was our first wedding song.
Walking
in
with my feet 10 feet off a bill.
And by the way, we just watched the video, and for him to say that Poor Emily was the song that I walked down to, it
Well,
was
it's
not.
my favorite love song. So Simon and Garfunkel, and I'm sure Simon wrote that. But it's an amazing song. It's one of the best love songs I've ever heard.
But he wanted that to be, but we chose the orchestral, like just an orchestral piece. It wasn't anything special.
Stairway to Heaven was potentially.
I'll be there.
I'm sure I've thrice thought about Stairway to Heaven.
So do you want to tell them about Mark Cohn? Since that was a very pivotal song for Dan, so go ahead, tell it.
Now I'm going to tell it like that when you give me that introduction? Go ahead, tell it.
What people are
Get
wondering,
it over with.
why is Mark Cohn?
Get it over with so we don't lose too many people. Mark, so Danielle's from Tennessee, and before we
More than words, I like that.
we had a little love affair, right? And then because I was older and she was younger, I said, we've got to break up. If we're ever going to have a future, you've got to go out and do your thing. So we broke up for about a year and a half. And it was really, I thought it was going to be easy, but I had a really tough time. And so she happened to be, she's from her family and everyone's from Tennessee. And that was when that Mark Cohn album came out. I forget what it was called, but it included Walking in Memphis. So I listened to that album, the whole album, like 1,000 times during that period. It was just kind of like my you know, whatever, I'd go and put headphones on and just slouch out. And that was for about a year. So that song had a lot of meaning for me. And so that's probably why we danced to it at the wedding.
Which we both forgot.
And then she came running back.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean,
I did.
She did.
He is right. I will, there's no.
I was just getting over her at
He
the
was
time.
just
I
getting
mean, I
over
was
you.
moving on. I thought I would never love anybody again, and I was just moving on. I had a New Year's Eve with absolutely someone that I had just fallen for really hard.
Not as
We
hard as
stayed
me.
up all night
Not as hard
talking
as me. Let's just be real.
on New Year's Eve, all night talking. Nothing else. We were just talking. We just melded.
There was
and
no
then
touching.
I went back up.
Was there any touching?
No, I don't talk about. She's not here. I'm not going to talk about that.
Was there any
Jennifer.
touching?
I'm sure there was some touching, but
Oh, I thought you just said you stayed up all night talking.
we did stay up all night
So there
talking.
was touching involved.
No, we had a barrier between us.
Well,
and
you
we
just
were talking through a
said
prison
that we were
window.
just talking, but let's be
I mean,
real. You touched.
Okay, I maybe my leg glanced across her leg when I was
Where
getting
were your
up to go to the
hands?
bathroom.
Were they behind your head?
I don't remember, but I do
Oh, I'm sure
remember
you
the next
do
morning
remember.
after she left getting a 45-minute.
Women, do you believe this guy right here? I don't think so.
Listen, I had not. If I did, so what?
Rightfully so.
I mean, we've been broken up for a year at that
I
point.
understand, you get it. I'm not saying anything. I wasn't going to attack you for that, but let's be real. There was touching and talking going on.
So
Anyway, he chose me.
when after that, she went back to college. She was finishing her last semester of college back east, and that morning when I got up, there was this 45-minute rambling message from Danielle. I guess she had a bad New Year's Eve, or whoever she were date, whatever, it didn't work out, and she just this. I mean, I wish I still had that tape. I would
sure
play it
you
every
did.
night.
I
for
know
you.
you would.
But I mean, it was about everything and how, you know, she went out, she had her experience, she was ready
That wasn't
to
100%.
come home.
That wasn't 100%. But you have
But
to
it was
read
a
the
long rambling
You
message.
have to-
It
you
sounded
have to
like
read the
I
book
could
to
say it, I won't
understand
say
that.
it, but
You have to read the book. The Golden State Murder, yes. The East Area Rapist.
Oh,
so
yeah,
so Terry was here in Elk Grove, and she was a victim of that guy.
I know his defense attorney. He was tried right here in Sacramento like a year or two ago.
So I was telling you
The
about it
Golden
the other night, remember? And I said one of our followers.
He was just convicted. If that's the guy, I know the criminal defense attorney that defended him. We actually worked in offices that were next to each other 25 years ago.
How long was the touching?
I think 8 seconds. I
Come
was
on.
only, you know, my
We
early
know,
20s.
We know. It's okay. I rightfully so. I left him high and dry, crying, weeping, crawling back to me, and I still denied him. And so let him have his moments. Let him have his moments. I did the pain. I gave him the pain, and I'm okay with that.
She still has scratches on her knees from when she crawled back, so I don't know what the hell she's talking
Well,
about.
who crawled
And
back
then-
quicker?
And then she just showed up at my apartment. I was living way off in a different city, off in Fremont, and she just showed up. Like after my new girlfriend went back to, and then poor Jennifer,
Why would you?
because you just,
Nobody mentioned any
and
names
now
until you did.
if I could have looked ahead,
Oh,
what's going to happen when she's 50?
would Jennifer have taken care of your father?
I would imagine she was a really nice, great person.
Huh.
I would say there would be no issue with her doing that.
Huh. Uh-huh.
No question
Oh,
about
no
it. She was
question.
she is. She's
No
a very-
question about it. She would have, not knowing everything. But you know what? It's fine. I'll let you just twinkle on in the dandelions of roses and weeds in your little adventure in your head. Keep on going.
We did not name Jennifer after
No, Jesus,
Jennifer.
that's weird.
I'll call her Jennifer D. I know she's married
You
now
guys
with a different
enjoy
last
your
name.
night. I'm leaving.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Follow
Love
is
you too.
greatly appreciated. And
It's
thanks for
fine.
sharing, David. Appreciate it.
It's fine. No, we didn't name our
We
daughter
did.
after her. You guys are sick in the head. Jennifer was a family name. You guys get your head out of the gutter, for Christ's sake. The past is the past. No, I love giving.
Mark, when he went to college in Ohio, and then he got shot. Like
He got
going to
shot.
court. Yeah, like 10 years ago, like in a court. I mean, I
Love
think
you,
it's just a
Chantal.
random shooting.
Tell us tomorrow how it all went. Grandpa's eating.
He's eating,
I was shocked by him for 2
but no
weeks.
salad tonight. We normally have salad every
Look,
night.
Terry lived off of the railroad tracks off of La Nuez. We need some marriage counseling.
Oh, congratulations on renewing your vows.
We're good. Thanks for your concern.
You were born in 08, or you were married in 08, so almost like, what is that, 13 years?
I mean, do I need to show you when we were married?
I know when we were married.
Okay.
I'm talking to somebody over here who's renewing their vows.
He was on top of your roof? Shit.
My mom is not Chinese. The new gate's working out great. It
Gina
really is.
said it works out
16
great,
years, thank you.
but just so you know, it works out great. But we hear that. I was up 4 times last night because he was shaking the gate trying to get out. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun in the middle of the night. It's not fun. So here's the thing. Let me set this gate straight. It's great because it keeps him from wandering and hurting himself right when he wanders.
The gate is a godsend.
But what it does do for us is it keeps us up more, which we knew it would. Last night 4 times, you were snoring several of those
he
times.
does walk into our room more. But again, it's not. It is still great because I don't have to worry that, you know, when we didn't have the gate, if I heard something like he's in the bathroom and then I didn't actually hear him walk back into his room, then I'm wondering, is he wandering the house? You know, what the hell's going on? And then I have to get up. I go in the kitchen. I eat, which is what you see in her videos. I mean, I'm exhausted when that's happening, and I eat something, and I go back to bed, and then, you know, then he really gets up 2 minutes later. I walk back out.
Yeah, but now that he
I
doesn't
eat
have
again.
those fears, he stays in bed.
Now you're right. I don't
And
have to
I
get
get
up.
up because I hear him shaking my gate.
Well, we need to put a thing through it. He
Bob
hasn't
Saget.
figured it out
I
yet.
call it the
Not
Bob
yet.
Saget. I call it, yes, he's not going to Bob Saget himself. And so that's peaceful. But at the
And he's
same
not going
time,
to fall in the kitchen where we can't hear him and lay there for 3 hours bleeding.
Oh,
If
I
he
like
falls,
onions,
we're
but
going to
it's
hear
not
it because it's right, you know, he's
Yeah.
stuck right by our room. And we
Brian.
keep our door open, which is great for
Terry,
marriage.
do it. Our door. Yeah, he interrupted us.
Our
like,
frickin' doors.
he
we have to
interrupted
keep
us
the damn
3
thing
times
open.
last night. Finally, Dan was like, he had to go out, you know, very uncomfortably a couple times last night. And then I said, Dan said, forget it.
Why do you have to share that? I mean,
Because
that
it's
is
funny.
ridiculous.
It's funny.
Funny for us, but I mean,
It's funny for everybody else. It's like a kid coming into the room.
It's
You know,
not
it's
a
the same
kid.
thing. You're not a kid, but we're still dealing with that mentality sometimes. And Dan just said, fuck it, it's not worth it.
it's not worth it. We tried a couple of times last night, and animals,
And I was really,
Grandpa,
like I
he
said,
got up. I mean, Grandpa like figured it out. He's like, I'm getting up. Or I'm gonna get up. in
Every
5
time I
minutes.
started to relax, it was like, yes. And
So
Dan
I
was
get
getting
up.
all
I'm like,
excited. And
you
he
know,
was like,
trying to cover up, tuck it under or whatever, and go out and Dad, go back to bed, go back to bed, and then come back, and you know, by the time
2
we get
seconds
back,
later,
it's-
he was
it's-
out again.
And then then we start all over, and then boom, he gets up again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the?
Yeah. So the gate is really bad at some moments. Because then you hear, and it's not Ed shaking the gate, but he's trying to reach
jiggle
over
it open.
and trying to like unlatch it. And he said the other night, he said, why the hell, what's this thing here for? And I said, you, go to bed.
He does not like being locked in our side of the house.
He does
not
not
like
like
it.
Ugh. It was funny last night, I was giggling. I said, you won't notice that. Just walk out, it's fine. It's fine.
We have cameras, but we don't keep monitors in our rooms. We have cameras all over for security, but
Could you imagine a Ring camera in my room? I mean, you guys, the people at Ring would see that shit.
yeah,
They don't need that. Lock my bedroom
they don't
door.
need that.
Casey, you can't, because when he's jiggling the gate trying to get it over, it's already escaped my mind. My legs start clamping shut and everything's dry. And Dan just goes, yeah, it's hard. It's like that toddler coming in, Mommy, I don't feel good. It's the same thing. It's fine. Yes, Steven, I'm so
Thanks for the
happy.
corn. I
The
appreciate it, honey.
You have corn?
People sing corn.
He tried corn last night, but what was the point? We were going to be interrupted.
What do you mean I tried it? You don't.
No, you said what about
I
some
mentioned
corn?
it. Your response was
We
off-putting.
don't need corn.
You need to be off-putting.
You need to be off.
No, I mean you need. You know who said that? It was between two ferns, ironically. Someone said it to Zach Galifianakis. Galifianakis. Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, Erica, stop it. Oh no. Peace in the family. Peace in her. Sexy time. Yeah. It's funny.
Criley, you lost your grandmother. There have been times when I couldn't find him. Right? He's never. Well, there have been times I've seen him in the backyard.
And he's
not
yelling,
recently,
Dad!
And I'm running around the house yelling at the top of my legs, at the top of my lungs, and he's like out of sight in his own room looking through the closet or something.
Yeah.
And
or
I'm
in the bathroom,
panicking, like
putting
he's
toothpaste,
nowhere.
Putting toothpaste on his scars.
Yeah. I
He
just had to
did
clean
that.
the toothpaste off him.
Yeah, he did. It is shower night, and I just totally failed that. So.
It is shower night?
Welcome to Sounders.
It is shower night?
Shower night. Yeah. Welcome to the life of the Sounders.
So that's coming tonight. Didn't he take a shower yesterday before the dentist?
Oh yeah, he did. Never mind, it's not shower night.
I mean, we could shower him as he put the damn toothpaste on his face.
That's fine. We can wait till
My
tomorrow.
dad is actually doing fine. The last video I shot was yesterday afternoon, the dentist video, and you can see he's a lot better. I posted a video where he was having difficulty.
Yeah.
It was a YouTube video, but I think I posted some of it on other channels, and that kind of carried into the next day. And then thank God, he kind of, he came back, and he's, kind of in between today. I've got him out a lot today. I'm walking him a lot more. It's 1 week post surgery, so I'm really what?
I'm just making you a burger, always.
So I'm really trying to get him back into. I took him out for a couple of walks today.
If you guys ever remember.
All the socks. My dad has literally 100 pairs of socks that people have sent him. I don't know who they are, but they are the coolest socks. Everywhere we go, people comment on my dad's socks. I love his avocado socks. I love it. We got Pillsbury dough sock. I mean, just really fun socks, and people have sent those to him. My dad had Mohs surgery a week ago Wednesday, right here. They took out basal cell, and you can't even see he's just completely healed. I mean, you can see a little scar if you look close, but he's completely healed in a week. He heals faster than I do. Thanks, Amber, for the follow. Appreciate it. I smogged Andrew's car today, P.S.
Yeah.
I smogged his car. I took my dad, actually. We went to the smog place, and then I went to the tire place, got his tires blown up. My 19-year-old kid has to grow up a little bit. He's a sweet, wonderful kid, but, his mom spoiled him a little bit, and now we got to teach him. 19, I was freaking changing my own brakes.
Whatever, let's not talk about that.
I was changing my own oil, my own brakes.
So I have to tell you that I just said let's do it because
California smog
by
check.
the way, he went in, he has to have a root canal, so he's really upset by that. So, let's just give him that. He has a root canal at 19. Whatever.
I was sick on the trip to Las Vegas.
Yeah, Mom spoils him, but you're the one that took it for a smog. Only because Mom said, can you take Andrew's car for a smog? And then I'm going to make the appointment for the tire rotation and the fix of the tire because that's how I function. It stresses me out. Yeah. Just making sure he's not up. Anyhow.
You're good. Active today.
I'm active?
Yeah, you're like jumping around, getting
Well,
up,
I'm
you
just
can't sit
making
down. You were walking around for like 2 hours on the phone, just pacing.
I was pacing.
I had to go shut the door because I have
Stop it.
ADHD. I was like, shit.
He's still a baby. He's going to be 20 on Saturday, you guys. And he's still going to be a baby probably when he's 30. So, unless some good woman takes him in and, does what they need to do.
I love watching. You know, you definitely have people that are give her a break, and then the people that are siding with me. It's funny.
Yeah, but he still did it. He still did it. I mean, let's think about it. I still said Andrew needs a smog, and he said okay.
I got my dad out of the house and took him.
I know, Mama, right? They're still going to be our baby as long as they're home. I told Andrew he's welcome to stay home as long as he wants. Thanks, friend.
We were talking, tell him your plan with your daughters.
It's better than Andrew.
Tell him your plan.
Oh.
With the compound.
Yeah, I said.
And Andrew would be.
He's
we'd
gonna
all
float.
remain in the house.
He's gonna rotate.
We're gonna. So we have this plan. My two daughters things are really expensive in California. I mean, it's really hard for young people to come up and get a start. You know, I thought it was hard when I was coming up. Things were expensive. Now it's like just insane. So we're trying to come up with ideas that if we stay here and don't move to a smaller house, my two daughters can build houses on the back 40 back there. You know, they're little. You can build a couple.
So we were planning it. So Andrew and Jennifer were here, and we put Andrew on
Andrew will stay
FaceTime.
here, and my kids will live back there. And we have I have my whole family. I'm surrounded by my family, and then when kids are born.
And what did you say?
I have grandkids.
What did you say?
I said it's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm the problem, but he enables it.
I'm not. What are you talking about? You wouldn't want your kids to live here on the property?
Hello. He's an enabler. He would love that. Just so you
Right,
know.
but how's that enabling? They're gonna have to pay for it. I'm not gonna build the house.
Okay.
What do you think? I could just go to the bank and build 2 houses? Are you crazy? No.
Well, Dan did say, well, who's paying for it?
They're going to pay for their own houses. But they get the break because the land is what's expensive, so they just have to build it. It'd be half or a third the cost of buying their own house on their own lot.
Yeah, it is what it is. Which kid is going to take care of us? If I today,
we're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Well,
Probably
he's
together.
going at Shady Pines.
What? How am I going to Shady fucking
you
Pines?
already have a fucking. I've already.
If you send me to fucking Shady, I will fucking haunt you. I will. In my lucid moments, I will make sure you are miserable.
I think my mom said she's going to haunt you. Let's be real. I think my mom said you better treat my daughter right, or I will be here to haunt your ass for the rest of your life. But he has already been prepaid for Shady Pines.
Janice, it's okay. Your daughter is perfectly capable of taking care of herself and haunting me. So you taught her well. You can relax. You don't have to turn over.
There's times
You're good.
that he bangs his foot in the furniture and he's like, "Damn it, Janice."
And who's the one that moved the furniture into a different place in the middle of the night where I smashed my shin into it? Her, because she's her OCD, she's up rearranging the furniture in the middle of the night, or the night before, and then when you wake up at 3 in the morning out of your sleep, you forget that you rearranged.
That's not true.
You think
Our
it's the
room
way
has
it's
not
been
been
for the last
rearranged
year.
in years. It's my mom coming back just to punish you for the things that you have done. She's just here randomly whenever she thinks you need to remember.
Right, and
who's
she
boss.
just hangs around protecting you.
Yes.
And torturing me.
Karma. Thank you, Mel. She said that before she died. She said, Dan, I'm haunting your ass. Pay attention to my daughter and treat her well.
Then she should be feeding me the lottery numbers then.
No, that's not how that works.
Well, we'll change the way
Or
it
she
works.
would
There's
make
no
me win at the
rules.
casino. I mean, we
Well,
could
she's
go there
clearly
too.
not with you at the casino.
She is not, and she can't go in there and manipulate the little programming.
Why not?
Well, because that's not what they do. That's not. You can't rely on spirits to do that shit. Just saying. Or else she would make me a winner every time. Right?
Maybe she get your TikTok account back too.
That's not what their purpose is. Their purpose is to remind you to treat me better. There you have it. Reno is
Your
about 2
mom,
hours.
you
from
told
us.
your dad he couldn't have anybody. When I thought I was dying, I gave the green light. Like, go ahead, you're too young. Go find somebody. When I thought I was dying, you were like 45 at the time, and I I gave the green light in writing so you would never feel guilty. That's me thinking of you, even,
Wait, what?
and I didn't even die.
Wait, what do you say?
I wrote a letter to you and the kids when I was in the hospital, right? When I had my heart attack. And in that letter, I told you, go find somebody and find happiness. That's what I said in that letter. You didn't even read, but more people know about that letter than you do. You probably didn't even watch the video. This is incredible. I wrote this,
you would want me
gut-wrenching.
pining after you the whole rest of my life. You would not want me to
Read the letter.
You would
Listen
want
to
me
the
to
letter.
be
I wrote a letter
celibate.
to her. She didn't even
You
listen to
would
it.
want me to just pine after you. My love of my life, my soulmate is gone. You would haunt me if I found happiness after you.
I'm not a haunter.
You're
I wouldn't haunt people. I might play practical jokes and shit, scare them. I'd be like
I wouldn't have
that
a
guy in
sex life.
Ghostbusters. What do you say? Ghostbusters. Or
Yeah, you would not.
who was the Batman?
I
Who's
could-
the that plays Batman and then was in that
I
Ghost
could never
movie?
give you the approval to move on.
Someone's gotta know what I'm talking about. And then you said the word three. Beetlejuice. Thank you. That was it. And that was.
I took it. Sit down.
It's 3 o'clock in Cape Town. You're in Cape Town, like South Africa? Brian, all is well. We're having fun.
Take your meds and I'll give you dessert. Your heart and everything else, yes.
Michael Keaton, yeah. Michael Keaton. He was also in Night Shift, right? With Henry Winkler. But Michael Keaton, he was big, and he was in, I enjoyed, I think he's good. It's already Thursday in New Zealand. How's Thursday going? Let me know, because I'm going to wake up to Thursday tomorrow. Nanny, you lost your parents 12 weeks apart. I would imagine that that's not as unusual as one might expect. I'll bet, were they married a long time, I'm guessing? And also, I have 2 parents, right? And I just know that it's going to be within a very short period of time. I'm going to be dealing with a lot of grief. I know that, and I know
It's going to take a little bit of time.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Did you get me an icy today?
No,
Because I'm getting him his last ice.
I did not.
Whatever.
Is Beetlejuice 2 coming? I think I heard something about that.
There's a new Beetlejuice.
It had that. Who was the girl in it? Winona Ryder.
Winona.
Yeah.
Winona.
I've always asked for the lottery numbers, but nobody's ever come through. I'd even take like the Fantasy 5 numbers. I'm not greedy. Me TV. Rita, that's right. We've been watching a lot of Me TV.
Jeez, last night it was
What was
on.
on last night?
Well, he fluctuated between fucking Star Trek and Shark Tank.
And
I
these
was
are
trying,
the old Star Trek.
and I was trying to read my book, and every time he put Shark Tank on, I was like, I love Shark Tank. And so when Star Trek came on, it was like easy because there was like this.
This is the funny thing is, I was like trying to go, hey, are you wanted? No, I'm reading my book.
Yeah, but
But
you
I put
still
frickin' Shark
tickle.
Tank on, it's like the book goes down. Oh, that I can concentrate on, but the book's more important than you.
No, you were
That
tick-
actually happened.
You were tickling.
That actually
And then
happened.
your dad kept getting up.
I'm just
We
saying.
had
that's the
moments,
reality.
but it just fuck.
This
I'm
was
reading the
baby.
second-
This was the classic Star Trek where they were, they had that alien
Little-
life form
and
that
they
was
had a little
making
small person
Spock
on.
play the harp
Yeah.
and laugh, and
And they were missing a little like small person, and I was like, what the hell is happening? I don't even know what the appropriate thing to say, but under 4'11".
I don't know.
Sorry,
what is the
Erica.
appropriate language?
I don't know.
A little person. I don't know what it is.
No, it's not a little person. I don't know. I always have to
We
be
just
louder.
probably fucked it
Yes,
up.
Dallas. I always have to be louder because I'm the most important thing.
I know it's just not the M word.
No, you can't.
What?
No, you can't say the M word.
I didn't say the M word.
Mm-mm.
Danielle, you're being spammed on the tube. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
It means copied?
Oompa Loompas? No, that's not the word. Oompa Loompas are orange, are they?
Quagga, how did I get such a pretty wife?
Is it little person?
She was ugly when we got married, and
Stop
she just
it.
blossomed.
Don't say that either. That's horrible. Ran over Grandpa. Mom, get a life. Grow up. How old are you?
What? Who
Oompa
was it?
Loompas are orange, are they not? Oompa Loompas are orange.
I mean, could that guy have, no, the
Oompa Loompas are orange.
they're orange, but it could maybe, I don't know if this guy was an Oompa Loompa as well.
I got
It's
him.
possible. I don't know when Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was made. So but it was the Star Trek was made in the 60s, the late 60s, this particular.
And everybody can be orange. It's their prerogative. It's okay. But it's weird when you see these things and you're like, what is happening?
Oompa Loompa, doompity doom.
And the little person was
I've
like,
got something
he would go
waiting
to,
for
what's
you.
his face?
The
And he was
original
like,
76. Okay. Thank you for that. I did not know that. I would have thought it would have been earlier. But I guess Gene Wilder was not that young in it, so.
Andrew did tests and stuff today, so they're all coming through right now. Long marriages are too funny. They're very funny.
You can't say orange on here because it's too political.
Way too political.
My dad is doing fine.
Are not Oompa Loompas? What colors are Oompa Loompas? They're orange.
Where are they from? That's the real
The
question.
Oz, the land of Oz.
Fucking not Oz. It's not Wizard of Oz. It's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
They're from the land of Oz.
They're not from the land of Oz.
It's the land of Oz.
Somebody Google where the Oompa Loompas
They
are
are
from.
burnt Santa.
Oz. What word from Oz? The Wizard of Oz was different. That's like in Kansas.
So
I think.
now the question is,
Land of Oz.
who else is from Oz?
In the
Just
new
saying.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory from Amber Heard's guy,
They're from
it was one
Lupa-land.
person. It was
They're from
one
Lupa-land.
actor that was duplicated over and over.
No,
so
I
they
think
didn't-
there is a crossover, and so I think they came from the Oz. They came from the land of the Oz.
There's no
and
crossover
there's a
between Willy
crossover.
Wonka
There
and
is.
Wizard of Oz.
There is.
I can promise you there's
I'm
not.
telling you,
There's no
the
way.
ca-
They're absolutely not.
There is a crossover. Everything has a crossover in life. The Oompas
The
came
Wizard of
from
Oz,
the
I think,
Oz.
was the first color movie
Exactly.
made in the
It
30s.
was from
40 years later came Willy Wonka.
It came from Oz. Oz was first, and then there was a crossover.
Michelle, I had no dessert last night.
Yeah.
Trust me, I didn't hide it. I was telling the truth. I just bought those.
Can
I
I
did
have
buy
that, Don?
M&Ms for tonight.
Oh.
They're hidden, but I had nothing.
See?
So when I got
hides
up last
all
night,
the
I
munchkins.
took
See?
some. What I
I'm
did
always
is
right.
I took some caramel, from like ice cream caramel, and then put some chocolate sauce on it. And so I made my own Rolos, but they weren't hard chocolate. So I took the Hershey and I had a spoonful of caramel, and I made Rolos in a cup, and then I ate the Rolos, and I put milk over it, and I ate the Rolos with a spoon. You can do a lot with just a little bit of ingenuity. You don't have to go to the store. You can make your own Rolos at home. I could probably make them and put them in the thing and make them even so you could pick them up. But I just did it with a spoon. Liquid Rolos is basically what it was. Liquid Rolos. Hamdan, I've never been bothered by him not recognizing me because he recognizes me. He just doesn't place me. He doesn't have my name or
This is
how we're
Gus's.
related.
Maybe
But he's
Dan
never-
is a Gus's group.
if you watch the video with the dentist, you can see how he responds, or any video where we've had people in the house, strangers in the house, which we've had a number of times, whether they're reporters or whoever, and he talks to them very differently than he talks to me,
The way
even when he
people
doesn't
do.
recognize who I am. He knows that I'm connected
But
to him.
just so you know, he never forgets me.
I've never forgotten that. He has forgotten you,
No.
and he calls everybody Danielle.
Right.
So maybe it's just your name that he remembers.
No, he
maybe
just
he calls everybody I know Danielle.
Why do you think
Sorry
he calls?
to pop your bubble.
Why does he call every woman Danielle?
Because
it's the
that's
one
the only
woman who
name he
takes
knows. So
care of
when he
him.
says to you, "Hi Danielle," you could be Mary Blueberry for all it matters, and he's still going to call you Danielle.
Because he always remembers me, so you can go on with your little rampage. But what's the one name he never forgets?
Everything is going as well as possible with Grandpa Sandy. You have to realize it is what it is, and the disease is progressive, and it's going to go in one direction. But he's still going 4 years after we started this journey. So he's, I think he's doing well. I really think he's doing well. What? He said you were his favorite. He's lying to you. He's appeasing you.
Oh, he
Maybe
doesn't
he's
appease
afraid
you.
of you. He's like, I better say she's my
Okay,
favorite.
Mr. Troll.
I'm just saying. You're not.
Okay.
How could you be his favorite with that tone?
Whatever it takes to make you feel better, honey.
Alright.
I love you anyway.
Did you see me flinch when
You
she
did.
put her arm up?
Did you see that? It must be scaredness.
I mean, what do you do when the cameras are off?
Oh my God, God wonders. Only.
When I had to dye my hair, I was really because I had to cover up all the
Yeah.
bruises
He was
from the beatings
did.
that I get.
beatings.
So I just had to do it brown, and then when the wounds healed, I just shaved it off.
Shaved it off. He's in hiding.
I thought she was gonna whack me. I did. Not all. Sometimes you give me a little love.
What?
Love
A love
nudge.
tap?
Yeah.
Well,
And my cat bites me when I walk by, and I know
Right.
she loves me. So
he. It's Bart. It's he, not a she. It's a he.
it's a hard, and if you guys saw the video, I will say this is a good.
I didn't see your video today. Which one was it?
I didn't post a video today.
Oh.
I saw your video, and you
Carrie,
got a lot.
Carrie wants to know how you can stand being married to a narcissist. I think that's important to discuss.
So it is tough, and the
Carrie.
video that you saw, where, and Danielle is trying to deal with them in a really bad state, and I'm just gonna say, it's hard in those moments. It's hard for me, when he is that bad. It's hard to know what to say or how to say it. Sometimes you're just going, damn, I gotta just get through this moment. So those are tough, and I forgot. It's been a while since we had
Sally
a serious sundowning session like we had the last 2 days.
It's been a while.
And it was hard. I mean, I had a difficult time.
Carrie,
Yeah, Leslie, it is really hard.
how can you say I'm a narcissist and
I mean,
say
Danielle, I thought we were letting that go.
I am a saint? Can you go? I'll handle this. You go.
Pop,
We're doing the best we can.
pop.
It's
Come on over here.
marriage isn't easy.
I'll take that.
Child rearing isn't easy. For fuck's sake.
Here, this way.
Maybe I get old. There's not one good thing about getting old. And I'm 50 and I'm struggling. I am struggling at 50. You guys, struggling. Like I was running 3 months ago, 4 to 6 miles.
You got his pills yet?
Yes, I gave them to him
Thank you.
because I'm stellar.
This way. Keep walking.
I've hit a block. Like my body is like, bitch, you can't do the things you used to do. Like, right? You can't run like you did 3 months ago. It was so problematic because I remember I was telling my friend this the other day. Like my neighbor, I used to run with my neighbor and she turned 50 at some point. She's not 50 anymore. She's 10 years older than me. And I remember her in 50 was like, girl, I can't run with you anymore. My body just won't let me. And I was like, how can you not run anymore? How do you go from running miles to not like just being a blockade and just not being able to walk anymore? Hello, I'm 50 and I am there now and I understand my body is just like, bitch, 2 miles. And at like 1.5 miles, I'm like looking when I'm on my lives and like, oh my God.
I decided that I'm gonna get back in shape.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna start working out with my upper. I'm gonna start lifting weights.
With who?
With me.
You
with
are?
who?
Do you need me to coach you?
On lifting weights.
I can help you.
So I'm gonna get in shape because she was talking about me today or yesterday on her morning live.
I talk about you every day.
Well, you were
So
talking about
what?
my body, so that's it.
Bending over, naked.
So, isn't that wonderful? I'm sorry, we could see each other, and it's a big screen over here, and we just caught each other staring with these like frown faces. It happens every once in a while. Some bending over. Fucking bend over. I mean, if I described half of what I've seen in my life, I would be flinching because she'd have a baseball bat. If I got publicly and I'm all, let me describe the lower part of your ass. Let me just describe it in intimate detail. And what happens when you scrunch yourself down a little bit, or when you sit and everything kind of condenses in the middle. If I talked about that shit, it was a double standard.
I wouldn't care.
Bullshit, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't care like on, and then but as soon as the cameras went off,
it's
that
not
would be
true.
it.
When I make fun of you, I make fun of my knee, and the same thing. Like, it's just age. Shit happens to our bodies. When you sit and hover and glance at the things that have happened to my body, and you still think it's beautiful, I'm like, what are you doing? You're making me feel uncomfortable. It's not beautiful. It's not. It's ugly.
You're beautiful. Who's saying that?
Michael Blunt.
I'll never see her again.
Something
but
Blunt.
she was on the train and she was beautiful.
I can't. Don't bring that up.
You're
because
beautiful.
You can't bring that up because that was the song I played at my mom's funeral multiple times. James Blunt. James. It happens to everybody. It's just me. And I look at you and you still look at me like the day I was young and everything was in its right place. And I'm like...
I've never cared about your physicality.
You've never, and I said that. I said that the other day.
Right.
I said, Dan never looks at me any differently.
Love for me is
that.
different. If the love is there, it transcends everything else.
And
what I see is beauty, whether she's 8 months pregnant, whether she's PMSing, whether she's having a bad day on the talk, whatever. I see.
He's in the freezer. Go.
I can't tell you what I just saw.
My ass hanging out. The thing is he's digging in the freezer.
It just had an ice cream.
The thing is that I'm honest, at least about it. And I'm like, and then this guy just looks so diligently at it, like, God, it's so beautiful. It is not. It's had 3 children coming through. It's stretched. It's just hanging. There's things that just should not be looked at the same. And me, I'm on the other side, and I'm like, wow, who knew this is where we would be now? That's where my brain goes. It's not beautiful. I just don't think it's beautiful. And I wish I had his same vision, but I don't. And I'm just being honest about it. I'm being honest about it. Like, I see these things, I can't help but where my mind goes. Like, holy shit, like 30 years ago, this would have never, wow, what's going on down there?
Carefree highway, let me slip away on you.
I mean, I'm just honest about it. And if he's just looking to get some, it's
The
gonna be the
morning
same
after blues,
because he's looking at how
from my
beautiful
head
it is,
down to
because
my
he's just looking for the benefit of it. Me, I'm like, reality hits, and like,
Carefree
we are not the
highway.
same 2 individuals we were 30 years ago. We are just not, and it's okay. He loves me, and my brain works differently than him. Thank you, Veronica.
I'm pretty much a one-track person,
He's a one-track person.
unless you introduce illegal substances.
The baseball.
Then I'm a 2-track person.
The hang.
All I care about is just getting a little. That's it.
That's it. So he's gonna look at it like
And
he's
that's why I'm
fawning over it
miserable.
like it's. Oh, Lord. I can't.
You gonna bite me? Ooh, I can get into that. We haven't had a hickey in a long
I mean,
time.
you guys, it's not funny how we age. I'm just normalizing
I'm
we
getting better.
age.
I'm getting better every year.
Things hang differently. You guys, it's just a factor of
How's it
gravity.
hanging?
How's it hanging?
Oh,
To
about
the right?
56 years.
56.
Things don't hang to the right or left. Gravity's down.
It's down.
I mean, unless you're sideways.
I'm gonna have my Goodman, we've already tried with you. Like, I'm like, you already, like, you hear what I say, imagine what your wife sees. I mean, you're a behemoth. Like, you are like a Sasquatch bending over in front of your wife. Don't do that, Mike. Just don't. You're like 6'5", 250 pounds. Things have shifted. Don't have your wife see that other spectrum of yourself. I try to hold myself in a way in which, like, I'm still attractive. I can't. 5 kids. Fuck, Candy. Fuck. 5? I've had 3. I can't imagine what yours looks like after
She
mine.
had 3 kids. It looks like a fucking nuclear bomb went off down there.
Sharpnel.
I mean, I'm not talking about like a 20 megaton, but like a half a
I've
megaton.
said that. I've said that. I'm like, what the fuck? It looks like I've been in a landmine. Like, it's exploded. It's out there. It's like, well, there's no question to what you're finding.
All right.
It's right there.
All right. We don't want to get too graphic.
Well, if you've had 3, yeah, love is blind.
Love is blind. You know, but the only thing you have to worry about
Tight.
are odors. Odors are not blind. I mean, odors are a problem. If you,
That's not fair.
I'm making that up.
No, that's not fair.
I did-
Because I'm just saying, when you're in perimenopause, there's odors that you
There's,
just
I've
don't
never.
embrace.
You were. Wow, I hit on something.
No, I'm just
Do you,
saying.
do you,
it's the
do you
facts.
think you have an odor?
Yes, I do. I smell my own self.
What are you talking about? I mean, do you smell your own socks too?
No, that you do. But when you're in perimenopause, things change. Like, I never had BO, now I have BO. And there's other things that I
You see
smell.
that?
No, that's the box.
All right.
Can I whip them out? Women, come on. Shit. Literally. Help me out.
I mean, I have a lot of material that I would love to give off. When someone said, "Never smell your own finger coming out of the bathroom," that's a mistake. I mean, if you think there's a problem or a potential problem, you better be on top of that problem, because what do you do with your hands? You shake hands, you eat with your hands. Can you imagine going to McDonald's and having a dirty hand? I mean, you gotta, if you feel anything, you better spend 10 minutes at the fucking sink washing. Corinna, she is nice. Alex, my dad had Mohs surgery a week ago. He's completely healed, so it is in the past. You became a phlebotomist? Did you have problems looking at blood before? A phlebotomist is not a bad thing to do.
Come on, Doc. Come on. Come in. I'm here. Come on.
Thanks, Nina. My dad is precious, and I'm so glad we've caught so many great moments on video with him. Kevin, if Grandpa asked for a beer, I would give him a beer if he wanted it, but he's never really been a drinker. I mean, I think he did drink a half a beer once, I think on a live like 2 years ago. He's not sleeping, he's up, he's no hallucinations. Sometimes he, doesn't know where he is, but I think that is usually after he dozes off or falls asleep and he has a dream. Dad?
No, it's me.
All right. How you doing up in British Columbia? Thanks, Pat. I haven't seen my mom in a couple of days. Oh, What is for dinner?
We failed tonight.
What do we have?
We failed.
We failed on
I
dinner
didn't
tonight.
have salad.
We didn't have much. I had to make my dad a sandwich.
I made a sandwich.
Val, the dementia is never going to get better. And over time, it is always going to get worse. Cary, North Carolina, how are you doing? Down in Tampa?
He still ate, but it wasn't a frozen meat. Shut up, you already ate. It was a sandwich. I cut him up some apples and
It's
he
all right, we're gonna start going bananas here, because we're not paying attention to him. And he's got grandpa up. Your dumb dog got grandpa up.
Why you are so oh shit. You are so different. Why you are so critical of someone I don't know if he feels comfortable. Spirit, I mean, if you're here long enough, you just get it. You get it. It could be genetics. You got. Oh, stop it.
He's
You already ate.
He's taking no medication for his
¿Cómo
for the
estás?
dementia.
El,
All right,
El Chapo.
Let's
What's
go.
up, essay?
let's go. I can't. No, come on. Come
They
on.
already ate. I already fed them.
Come on. You big love. Come on. Go on. Come on.
Ow. I love you too. I love you. I don't know what he wants, but they ate, so I don't understand what they want. Get that dog under control. Goodman, I can't control anybody in my house. You should know better. Is Dan worried about getting dementia? He's no worried about getting dementia than he is
I'm
cancer.
worried about more like making it through next year.
You guys, I said this earlier, like Rita, one of my friends from Athens, Greece, you know, she said, it's so sad watching the decline. Progressiveness is going to happen with the disease itself. It's going to happen. He's had a slow progression over time, so we're thankful for that. Now, I witnessed my mom whittle away from the inside out, like with cancer, and her brain being eaten alive as well. I don't think that this way is the worst way to go. I think I wish my mom had dementia. I wish my mom had dementia because she would still be here and she wouldn't be eaten alive and dead because of the disease just ravaging her body. You guys, his life is so much less complicated than my mom's was. So I would choose dementia over any fucking day of the week from what my experiences are so far. So far.
Where did you get this? If you like pina
It's too
colada,
sugary.
getting caught in the rain.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is that, you know, the thing is that it's whatever.
Diane, I saw that. I
It's-
saw Gretchen's video.
It's whatever our frickin'.
He's gone down,
Oh, you are, Diane? Let me know. I'm doing it every night.
and I think it's the.
I don't know who.
My guess would be the,
Oh, I'm sorry,
the
son.
meds that he's getting. That's my guess.
And that's the thing is that we are very fortunate in our situation with Ed because it's been slow progressing. And people are always like, oh my God, it's progressing. Well, no shit. He's also 92, right? My mom died with 14 months from diagnosis. That's not good. 14 months from diagnosis because the cancer ate her alive, you guys. And she knew it was happening and she couldn't do anything about it. Come on.
Alzheimer's is a form of dementia.
I mean,
Dementia covers all the different kinds, including Alzheimer's and Lewy body and frontal lobe and vascular and traumatic brain injury and any other cognitive
Danielle, we'll talk about
deficits
that
are
tomorrow.
under the umbrella of dementia.
Right here, in the livers. Wants to know if you catch the poop or toilet dive with the colonoscopy sample. No, so the colonoscopy sample for what we get is a blanket. You put like this thing on it, you shit, and you dip, and then you put it in the thing, and then send it off.
Daisy, we do have,
Easy.
you have drug-induced dementia.
Gross.
I think you have, concussion-induced dementia.
Yes, mama. We'll
don't-
talk about it tomorrow, because Dan hates talking about this shit. Well, not the shit. Well, he's talking about shit, too, 'cause he is.
Is this even,
No,
is
it's
there anything in
there's
it?
alcohol in it. It's just not good. Candace, are you here?
I mean,
We're trying to drink those pina coladas. You know, they sang a
7%.
song about that.
Right.
If you like pina coladas, and
if you like pina, okay. Have we covered the Pina Colada song and what a crock of shit that is?
What does that mean?
So in the Pina Colada song,
There's Candace.
the woman
I
puts an
jumped to that the other
ad
day. We're still
in
trying
the
to
personals, right? She's looking for a new man in the personals, and the man reads the frickin' thing and sets up a date, and they meet at a bar, and the reaction, to oh my god, that you're cheating on me behind my back, and the
Candace.
reaction of the guy is, oh,
Candace.
hey, it's you. What a crock of shit.
Oh, you had one, Candace. You had
Hey,
one.
it's you.
You had one, honey. You had one.
Never mind.
No.
I'm
Most
drinking
people.
a pina colada. That's why.
Most people don't listen to the lyrics. She was able when she passed, but she was awesome.
What do you mean most people don't listen to the lyrics?
Thanks.
You guys
That's
listen
hard.
to the lyrics?
I don't. I just
mean,
listen to
the
the
lyrics are all of that's everything for me. Is the lyrics. Why do you?
You're right. I'm home when she uses smells and all. The smells and all. So every time Dan wants to get up close and personal, I'm always paranoid because even though I'm clean, I'm like, oh, I don't know if you want to go that close. No, I just got it today.
Thank you. I'm glad people
Who
listen
listens
to the lyrics.
to the
'cause
lyrics? I don't. I don't listen to the lyrics. I just, if I like the beat, I like the beat. I like the beat. If I like the beat and Dan's like, do you know what you're even singing to? Not really. I don't think about it.
And the woman's his wife, Lolly? But that even makes it worse. I mean, if I put an ad in a personal thing and Danielle showed up answering a personal ad, I mean, of course, I'm guilty, but I'd still be pissed at her. I would be furious.
I don't listen to the
You know, what
words.
the hell are you doing cheating on me?
Trey,
I mean, I'm cheating on you because you shut me out, so I had no choice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nancy. No, I don't listen to the lyrics. I mean, I just listen to the lyrics of I'm Not Okay by Jelly Roll just because, I'm not okay all the time. And it hit hard, but typically I don't listen
It's
to the
okay
lyrics.
if you have the wrong words. You still get the idea. I mean, I prefer singing the wrong words. Like when I've got I
Thank you,
change the
Daniel.
words. I improve the lyrics
Thank you,
sometimes.
Daniel.
When
The
I sing.
Beatles once said the melody was the most important. 100%.
Because
I'm gonna get down. There's some songs that I'm like, I cannot believe I'm singing you to this because the words are so horrific. But I love the beat. I love
the melodies
energy.
are
The energy.
historically more important. Like Mozart, his lyrics weren't too inspiring,
The
but
energy.
his melody was beautiful. I get that.
Easy E.
But when you can combine the two, like
E40.
Adele.
E40.
Adele's a perfect example.
Sliding
She
down the
combines
pole.
powerful lyrics
Horrible.
with
Horrible words. But the beat is amazing. Lord. Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back? Come on. I just listened to my Anaconda. I didn't
That's
even
my
know what
point.
an Anaconda was.
a little person or
What?
little
Don't
prerogative.
say that.
Is Mozart was instrumental, and he didn't write
I
lyrics. So
understand.
in that time, of course, melody was king, and the Beatles were not the greatest lyric writers. I mean, A Day in the Life's pretty. I mean, John Lennon was pretty amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but they were definitely
You got
more
the beat.
musically.
You got the beat.
Go-Go's.
You got
Belinda
the
Carlisle.
beat.
Oh,
Yeah, we got
we
the
got
beat.
the beat. And that was I love the Go-Go's, and I love Belinda Carlisle. I think she's actually on
Red
TikTok.
rice
Somebody-
and beans did
Someone
not
from the
miss her.
Bengals is on social media too.
I don't listen to lyrics. Sometimes after I sing the songs, and
You too
sometimes
with Pink Floyd.
I'm realizing the words I'm
Lyrics.
saying, and I'm like, what am I saying? That is
I mean,
god
look what you
awful.
two wrote about. I mean, they wrote about big, deep topics. The Police, Sting was a freaking English teacher.
Now, who doesn't listen to Megan Thee Stallion? Come on. Have you listened to those words? I don't want to
And
know
Elton
what I'm
John,
singing
he
to.
went out and hired a poet. Right. Bernie, Bernie's songs are, listen to Rocket Man or Levon or Madman Across the Water. I mean, Bernie Taupin
Welcome
could
to the
write
jungle.
lyrics.
We got fun and games.
Tiny Dancer.
We got everything you
I mean,
want.
gosh, Bernie's my hero.
Now, if you ever
Bernie
saw,
is my hero.
if you ever saw Axl Rose back in the day, now he was stuffing something, and he's talking about Welcome to the Jungle. Come on, come on.
Are we talking about putting Axl Rose in the in the same category as Bernie Taupin or Bob Dylan or, I mean, Axl Rose, he could sing, in a high voice.
The electric slide. Come on, Adrian.
You guys know
I
that
just
I
learned-
prosecuted Slash
I just learned what the
when I
electric
was with the
slide
LA
was.
office. Billy Joel,
Oh,
absolutely, a wonderful lyricist. And Billy Joel definitely agrees that the music is the more important part, and he stopped writing lyrics and now just writes music. So Billy agrees with you guys, but I don't.
Pink
I think lyrics
is
are.
lyrics. Yeah, Pink is lyrics. But
Pink's
I
another
go.
great writer.
I like for the beat. I mean, the Billie Eilish's new song. Come on.
We got
Lunch. Come on. I don't believe in her lyrics, but it's
Billy
a
Joel
good
didn't
beat.
write that new song, right? Someone else
I
wrote
love
that.
Metallica.
And Billy, if I'm not mistaken, and Billy said that sounds like something I would have written.
Oh,
But
Pearl
I mean,
Jam.
Vienna is
Pearl Jam.
scenes from an Italian restaurant.
He made me
I mean, the guy
dance
can write for
to
sure.
scenes.
What?
What was that god awful song? The 14-minute song you made me dance to the day you proposed.
Scenes from an Italian
Yes.
restaurant.
It was. How do you
I
dance to a
proposed
14
in an
minute?
Italian restaurant.
How do you dance
So-
to a 14-minute song?
Bottle of red, bottle of white, whatever kind of mood you're in tonight.
Teddy Swims, I follow him on TikTok. I do. I love Macy Gray. But I'm just saying, like, Lunch has no lyrics for me, but it's a badass beat. Badass beat. You guys, come on.
I'm not a drummer, so the beat that doesn't really do much for me.
I love Pearl Jam.
As
She
a
said,
man at age 15,
I got
my
a
real
story
daddy
to
was
tell.
dying. Sorry I couldn't be, or sorry I didn't tell you, or whatever. I mean, he must have not liked his mom.
See, I don't even. Sometimes
Something
he
was
says,
going on.
and he wants to discuss lyrics. And I'm like, what? You just ruined the song for me.
I love to discuss lyrics.
God, I
In
hate
fact, I would love
just-
to sit
it
down
ruins me
with
sometimes.
any musician that I like
Any
and
battle.
just ask
Oh,
about
great.
what were you
Oh.
thinking when you wrote this line?
No, but I don't like it. It stresses me out. Because I listen to music to escape, and then when I have to focus on the words, they're depressing sometimes.
Danielle,
Easy
I mean,
E.
what is a poem? You don't read poems, but there is art in the written word. There's escape in the written word as well as the song. Some people escape just to words. People love, like my mom loves to read
Love
books,
to.
and she gets lost in the story. Yeah, Puff the Magic Dragon. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea.
When I listen to music, I'm listening to escape. I don't want to hear the sorrow and the
Blue Strawberry, I
sadness.
love them.
That's part of the reason why I don't listen to fucking country. I like my daddy's truck, and I put my dog in the pickup truck, and I drank a bottle of whiskey. to
Wide
escape.
open spaces. I mean, country music is good too because of the lyrics.
It's sad.
It's not sad.
It's sad. I have so much sadness in my life already. I'm just looking for an upbeat
Come
melody.
to my window.
Step
That's a
inside.
great song.
Wait for the light of the. I sang that to
Why
you.
is my car parked in the front yard? Why am I sleeping with my clothes on?
Come
Those are
to
great
my
lyrics too.
window. Make me happy and. Never mind.
Yeah, someone got the chicks. Yeah, wide open spaces. That was one of their best originals.
Joe Cocker was also a big fan of yours back in the boombox days.
Yeah, but Joe Cocker did covers mostly, right?
No.
Sitting on
No.
the dock of
No,
the.
that's
was that
not what
Otis
I
Redding?
remember. That's Otis.
Oh, which then who's?
Joe Cocker. Come on. You listen to Joe.
What would you do if
No,
I
wrong.
walked out on
No,
you?
not
Stand
Joe
up
Cocker.
and- That
Not
was Joe
Joe
Cocker.
Cocker.
He sang Beatles songs.
Stop it.
He did.
Come on. You're listening.
Have a little help from your friends.
No.
You ever watch The Wonder Years?
No.
That song.
No.
Yeah.
You had the
Somebody
CD.
Google The Wonder Years
You had-
opening scene. It was
Stop
Joe
it.
Cocker singing
You
that
had
song.
so many. You had the Babies.
Oh, love
Back
the
in the
Babies.
back in the day.
Frickin'
The
Babies.
Babies
are
and
awesome.
Joe Cocker.
I'm back on my feet again. Life is a Highway, another great song. I mean, you guys are in it. You guys have good taste. Of course you do, your ear. But you got great musical taste as well. I don't
Hello?
know. I don't
Don't
know
leave me
anything from
hanging.
Engelbert.
You said you guys have good taste. Don't leave me hanging. Jesus. Cheese and rice. Joe Cocker, that's not the songs I remember. Give me a minute. I'll think of the songs.
Comfortably Numb's a
There
great
was
song.
there were certain CDs that define our time. The Babies was one of them.
Yeah, they were big when we were
Joe
young.
Cocker was another one.
I don't remember
Those
Joe.
were the early
like,
years. I remember the CD cover. It was white and it was.
how about Joe Jackson is who you're thinking
Oh,
of?
it was Joe Jackson.
She's thinking of Joe
It
Jackson,
was
not Joe
Jackson.
Cocker.
It was Joe Jackson.
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry.
Joe Jackson is awesome.
There was certain
He is
things.
perfect.
There's
Is
certain.
she really going
Yes, that's it.
out with him?
Is
Is she really gonna take him home tonight?
Yeah. And that's what reminds me of us in our younger years.
Joe Jackson
Can
is
we
saying,
put- can we
stepping out.
Can we put that on tonight?
Yeah, I'll listen to Joe Jackson.
I love that.
Hell yeah.
You know why?
He was one of the first CDs I bought. Night and Day, I think. was the
Kansas
album.
was also Carry On My Wayward Son.
Dust in the wind.
And I only know those because of him. Because those
All
were
we
his.
are is dust in the wind.
Because there were certain songs, certain CDs with his boombox. He had a boombox. And there were certain songs
Bob
that we,
Seger?
well, that we, you know.
Yeah, there were. Did we do it to certain songs?
Uh-huh.
Which ones? You remind me.
I thought it was Joe Cocker.
Cocker. Okay, so we did it to Joe Jackson because I had 3 CDs. So the chances are
The
that
Babies?
I had the Babies. I had Joe Jackson, and I think John Cougar Mellencamp's Cherry. Lonesome Jubilee by John Cougar, which is still probably my favorite album of all time is Lonesome Jubilee.
And Mark Cohn.
Well, Mark Cohn was kind of a different thing for me, but
And the Babies.
Mark Cohn was like my.
And the Babies.
Well, the Babies, that was
What was
actually
that
John
song?
Cunningham when
No, but
I
I
was
know, but what was the baby song?
in Northridge.
Hold on, what was the baby song?
I'm back on my feet again. Or,
No. No.
Someone. Journey was good. Bad Company's good.
I'm just trying to remember the days that got the juices flowing. And we would put that on, we would get it on, you know. My dad loved the Who, so I can't associate.
I heard John. My mom was a John Denver fan, so. Moneymaker, you're talking about the Giants,
The
right?
Babies. Give me some songs from the Babies.
And you want Ayuk. I mean, I know you want Ayuk.
Okay, let's not talk about
All right.
Moneymaker. We're not talking about sports.
We'll talk about later, Moneymaker.
No, but there were certain songs.
We went
you
to
know,
a Tom
that-
Petty concert,
Oh,
actually.
we laughed and we
Peter
laughed.
Gabriel is awesome. Heart, awesome.
We laughed.
Eagles,
Steely Dan
awesome.
he liked, but Steely Dan he
Beatles
liked from
are-
his older siblings.
Hey, 19.
That reminds me of your sister. Do we have a song? We have multiple songs. I mean, we have songs that
I'm
like
a captain.
we have,
No, that's a song.
we have songs based on every.
How you doing in
moment.
Pakistan? My
Like
dad
cranberries.
asked the hygienist yesterday. He's all, so where are you from, honey? If you can walk, you can see he was flirting with her, and
Not
she
awesome.
said, I'm from here, and he's all, no, where
Not
are you
from
really from? And she's all, I'm from my Pakistan and India.
Every time I think of you, I think that's it. Give me the lyrics.
Every time I think of you,
Yes, that's the
it
song.
always turns out right.
Yes, that's it, Judy. She's from our hometown. Yes. Okay.
Frankie
that's
Valli,
it.
I love him.
That's
You
it.
know, I love the 1962, I think it
He
is.
likes bread, but for a different.
And I love
steering.
Grease by.
He likes bread because
Frankie
he went
Valli.
to school with the daughter. Of,
I went to school with David Gates' daughter, yes. But I liked bread before I met Laura Lee.
Judy.
How did we two meet? I'll tell you. She was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
Here's a story
That's when I met you.
of a lovely lady.
And I can put you back there too.
Two different songs.
Bread's amazing. And you know the song, I would give anything I own just to have you back again. He wrote that, I thought he wrote it about his wife, but he wrote that about his father. Yeah, that was Humanly that I was singing.
I was working as a waitress in a
It,
cocktail
was it Love at First
bar.
Sight? You have to read our story.
And my book's
It
coming
was
out
not
soon.
Love at First Sight. I mean, it was not. I mean, of course, we were young, so, but I mean, it was the first day I met her, I was not a happy camper, believe me.
no, he was not.
I mean, no, I was not happy at all.
But then he didn't realize that I would be the love of his life.
Reminiscing. Are you talking about us reminiscing or the song? 'Cause, you know. Grandpa's fine. He's in the other room. It would just normally he'd be on it here, but I'm just not comfortable with him. He's been tough the last day or two.
Today was hard. Men at Work. I love Men at Work. So Munchie,
What's your favorite Men at Work song?
Hold on, I have to tell you, Men at Work is the epitome of Dan. So I don't know why you're laughing.
My favorite Men at Work song. They have a great song, but it's not Down Under.
No, but I mean, whenever I hear Men at Work, that's what I think of. Is this guy?
Down the road, off to school I go.
I love.
Don't
Ozzy.
be a bad boy, Johnny.
I love
Don't you
Ozzy.
slip up.
I
Play
love-
the fool.
I love Black
Oh,
Sabbath.
Mama,
I love.
Hello, Dad. I'll be your golden boy.
Stop.
I will obey every golden rule.
I love Pantera.
That's my favorite
fine. I
Men at
do.
Work
There's
song.
some Pantera songs, but I love Black
I only
Sabbath.
like dreaming.
I like more Black Sabbath.
all
than
the day long, where no one is screaming.
anything. Goodman
Be
sings.
good, be good, be good, be good, be good.
Big John. I knew you were going to do
right.
that. Tana's having a medical emergency.
I'm having a singing emergency. I'm having a
Black
song
Sabbath.
attack.
Munchie, I'm going to tell you, Black Sabbath is my favorite. Yeah.
I'm not a big heavy metal
He's
fan.
not, but I love it.
I do like Jackson Brown, even though the
Overkill.
guy's
I love
turned out to be
Overkill.
not a great guy.
Christy, I love Overkill.
But I do
Overkill's
love his
Make It
music.
Stop. I can't, Brenda.
Especially the song in
Ugh.
Fast Times. What was it? What was Jackson Brown saying? Song in Fast Times or behind?
You lost your virginity to Elton John.
Bullshit. Are you male or female? First of all.
Lolo. I'm assuming female.
Okay. No, she's not saying I lost my virginity to Elton John. You lost your virginity to an Elton John song. Dan Fogelberg's one of my favorites.
Munchie's my favorite song
He died,
by
too.
the Bee Gees. Do you know what my favorite song by the Bee Gees is?
Staying alive.
No. I can see the stars in the morning sun. I see you passing by the morning rain.
Somebody told me that.
And when I
Have you heard your wife sing? Because she sounds better than you. And now I can.
Again,
I said, are you
I
sure
wanna
that you were watching my
feel you
channel?
in my arms again.
Woo.
And you think that yeah, that's my favorite.
Dan Fogelberg was
My favorite
amazing.
Bee Gees
Leader
song.
of the band was great.
I wanted
was
that.
about his father.
I wanted that to be our wedding song.
Saw my old lover in the grocery store.
I wanted that to be mine because I think that's one of the beautiful ballads of this time. I like
How deep is your love? How,
How
deep
deep
is
is your
your love?
Tell
I
me
really wanna know. I mean, the
Really?
Bee Gees sing up here.
'Cause you're
They sound. I used to think they were.
living
When I was like 8, I thought they were girls. And then it became disco, and it became you couldn't listen to the Bee Gees, but they are good.
Pigeon, shut the fuck up.
I don't want to talk about why Jackson Brown wasn't nice. I just heard that he, I just read. I don't know any inside information. It's just what I read, but I heard he wasn't great with some girlfriend or something. I don't want to disparage unless I know for sure.
There's so many people that have been bad in their times and have regretted their mistakes and blah blah blah. So get over it.
What was our wedding song? It was.
We didn't. It was Marcone,
Let me think.
Walking in Memphis. We just watched the fucking video.
I was gonna think of a funny one, but you distracted me.
Comfortably numb.
See, that's. Pink Floyd, they were ahead of their time.
Never mind. I love Edie Brickell. Who wrote the Edie Brickell song?
Edie Brickell.
No.
I do. I Will Walk 500 Miles is a great song.
Who's she married? There was something like
She
that.
married frickin' Paul Simon,
Yes.
so I'll give you the story.
What I am is
So
what I am.
I was infatuated with Edie Brickell. This was like 10 years ago. I mean, obviously she was 20 years younger in the videos, but I watched her videos for I mean, just over and over again. Who am I? And
Slip
a few
sliding
other
away.
circle
Dan
of
used to
friends.
sing that to the kids. Slip sliding away. He sang
Yeah,
that
that's-
to Jennifer. Slip
I used to sing that to my
sliding
kids as a
away.
bedtime story.
Slip sliding away.
Can I finish my
Yeah, go
Edie
ahead.
Brickell story?
Well, Judy said it.
Judy, I'll come back, I'll tell you. But I thought to myself, God damn. And I was writing poetry at the time. And, she was a good writer, and I was just infatuated with her. And I was thinking to myself, damn, I should write a poem. 'Cause I think I could impress her with a poem or a song lyric. And then I realized she was freaking married to Paul Simon, one of the greatest songwriters of all time. And then that whole fantasy died.
I don't have a sister. I only have brothers.
It's sister that sings.
There's no room for another female in my family. No, it was only brothers after me.
Yes.
What I am is what
That's
I
it.
am, or what
1K,
you are,
Q1.
or what. Yeah, it's me. That's my lyrics.
And I like Circle of Friends. Edie Brickell, she's talented. She's talented. Is talented.
Yeah. Same with Pink.
Bridge Over Troubled Water is a great song. I mean, it's a beautiful song. Like a bridge over troubled. I can't freaking sing Art Garfunkel, right? I mean, those guys are just really good.
Who sang that, Goodman? Who sang that?
Kenny Loggins, Andrew just
The
said he's
sound
going to
of
Santa Barbara and his cousin is staying in Kenny Loggins'
My
house
cousin?
in Santa Barbara. Yeah, your cousin.
Adam?
Adam's kid,
Ben.
Ben. He's staying in Kenny Loggins' beach house. And I'm like, how the hell does he know Kenny Loggins? And I guess his mom knows, is good friends with Kenny Loggins or his wife or something. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Anybody know, Kenny Loggins, big movie guy, right? I mean,
Footloose.
I'm thinking of Danger Zone, one of my favorite songs. Even though I heard he's an ass
And
too.
do you know
So there you go.
there's a
I love Bob
connection?
Seger.
There's a connection with the whole.
So Kenny Loggins had a song in Top Gun. Danielle's aunt, her mom's sister, is married to the lead singer of Berlin, and Berlin had a song in Top Gun.
Take my
So
breath away.
they knew, yeah. So they knew they knew each other. And I told Andrew that your uncle, your great uncle, knows Kenny Loggins.
Yeah. So there you have
Oh,
it.
there's Sharon. You love Berlin. We can get you an autographed thing from the lead singer for sure. Maybe even Terry Nunn too. Terry Nunn
Nunn
actually
stays at my aunt's
she
house.
stays at her aunt's house when she's in Nashville with Rick, her old bandmate.
He was a lead guitarist.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while. Last time I went, it's been like 5 years. I wasn't feeling well because it was right before my heart attack. And Rick was gonna tell me all these great stories about the band in the 80s and what happened, and I just wasn't feeling well enough to sit down and drink with them. I gotta go back now and get those inside stories. I'm talking about the musical group Berlin. Someone from Germany said I live close to Berlin. She leaves, and then I got no comments to respond to. Normally, they're just nothing. My heart attack was February 14th, 2019. And in February 14th, 2020, I had the worst case of COVID. We didn't know that it was COVID.
Andrew and
It
Hannah
wasn't
have
out,
all
and I
got it.
almost died a year after my heart attack from frickin' COVID. I can see Mia, I just can't, the comments just weren't coming for a second. The first symptoms of COVID or the heart attack? I'll tell you, the heart attack, the first symptoms, like when I would go up to Lake Tahoe, which is whenever I hit altitude, I would just get sick to my stomach. And I know now that that's because the pressure, the added pressure on my veins and my heart was causing that
Work with
illness.
your daughters
And when I
in
flew
skiing?
to Nashville,
Yeah.
the altitude and the plane made me sick, and I didn't know what it was, but that's what it was because I obviously had a blockage.
Sarah.
in my heart.
I'm in hospital now, recovering from flatline. Sarah, that's crazy.
Sarah, congratulations. I'm glad we're giving you some kind of rest because being in the hospital sucks. I can tell you. I love Barry Manilow too. He looks a lot like Joe Montana. But, I mean, Barry Manilow, my favorite scene, at the Copacabana.
No, because I
Music
can't
and
smile without
are always
you.
in fashion.
I can't smile without you. That's
And you came, oh man.
Nobody came.
You came without taking, oh man. I write the songs, it's probably my favorite Barry Manilow song. I write the songs that make the young girl cry. I write the songs of love and special things.
Long COVID is a serious thing. Can we talk about that without making it political? I don't know. At the Copa.
I love Hall & Oates. They're
I love
fighting right now. Hall & Oates are fighting.
They're watching.
We saw Hall & Oates.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you freaking
No,
did.
I wasn't with you at Hall.
Well, I was with somebody.
It wasn't me.
Well, then who gave me the blowjob?
Not me.
Well, it was a great blowjob, and I got a bunch of oats, picks.
Yeah,
You
oats.
throw the picks down,
You
and
have
they're oats.
oats?
I'm going, frick, give me a John Hall pick. I don't want any more oat
We
picks.
say this all the time, and every time we come back to that, he says I was with him. I was never at the
I
gym.
don't remember. Then I was there alone. You probably were gambling, and I went to watch them. I don't know, but it's back when I was gambling big. So when we went to see these groups, we were like as close as
No,
I am to
I
this camera.
saw Sugar Ray by myself because you couldn't tear yourself away from the
I don't care
table.
about Sugar Ray. I did see him walking around the casino, though. I would love to visit Africa. I mean, I'm obviously not traveling far while my dad's alive. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to be away from my dad for more than 3 days.
Oh, no.
So I am stuck here. But when my dad finally passes, and my mom, I probably won't leave if she's here. But then I can look at maybe, picking up some things on my bucket list.
And here's the thing, like future.
Sim blind, I will listen deaf. That's good.
Hold on. So now that we're here where we are, like I'm going to
Barracuda
Nashville.
from Heart.
I'm going to Nashville by myself because we just don't feel comfortable enough. Yeah. So it is what it is right now.
I like Texas. I'm definitely going back to Texas.
I've never been to Texas, and I
You've
have a
never
lot of
been?
people to see in Texas.
Yes, you do.
Dude.
Thanks, Patsy.
I
I
would
would
love to go
definitely-
to France.
There you go.
Jinx, don't let me hang.
Bonjour.
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 Parlez-vous français?
Je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais pas.
Je sais pas.
See? I
That's
taught
all I
him.
know.
I taught
She
him.
took French in high school and she learned like 2 phrases.
No.
People are talking to me in French. I'm all, what do I say?
Je sais
You're
pas.
the frickin' French person.
say,
And she's
je
all,
sais pas.
Je sais pas. And I went to the person because they said, I'm in French, and I look and I asked her, and I go, je ne sais pas, and they're, oh, and then they went and asked somebody else. Je ne sais pas means I don't know. I do like Phil Collins. My nephew's in the Philippines right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, ooh la la. Speaking
Everyone
of,
knows I love Billy Joel.
speaking of, mm-hmm.
One of my favorite
Do you
songs.
remember that song, Crash Test Dummies? Mm-hmm.
And this one kid wouldn't go to school.
Would
His parents-
done enough for school, and when
They
went to
finally
their
made it.
church,
She
they
had birthmarks all over her body. She couldn't quite explain it. It always just been there. Who the fuck is that guy? I don't remember with that voice.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, ooh. I mean, that should be in a horror movie. Get out. You remember the Amityville Horror?
Leave.
Get out.
We haven't taught Long
Get
Island.
out.
My aunt and uncle lived in Long Island, so he has been there once. Yes. Yep. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Billy Joel. Yeah.
Meatloaf was a good friend of her uncle's. Meatloaf was at her uncle's house too, and they were good friends. I did not know that Edie was from Dallas. We do have some friends now that are musicians from Texas, but he's up. He's up. He's up.
He's up. He's up. He's up. He's up. He's up. He's
what
up.
you doing?
He's up. He's up.
Moving all that
He's
candy
up.
on
He's
shelf.
up. He's
You
up.
want candy? What candy? That's yours, Dad.
Did
You
we go
want more
swimming
of
with
this?
Ed? No. He doesn't want to go swimming.
Yeah, you ate that first part. You want more of it?
I love Shaq. I'm
We got 10
a
minutes
big
to go.
B-52s fan.
You just ate it. I can smell it on your breath. I can smell it on your breath.
Put it up there.
If you want some more, I'll give it to you.
What?
You want to eat the rest of it? Smell it. You want to eat that?
Yeah, I'll eat that.
All right, then sit over here and we'll give it.
I'll put it back in.
All right, I'll take you to the bathroom. Good.
Where is it at?
Do I ever crave silence? All the time. You know, I always attributed that to my mom. Like, I made fun of my mom for the silence thing.
Who's that, Dad? You remember who that is?
Yeah, I do remember who that is.
Francisca?
What?
Who is that?
Who is it? That's one of the people I've lived with for many, many years.
Yes, but what's her name?
Danielle.
That's it. All right. Just checking, Dad. Just checking.
Yeah.
What's my name?
Dan.
All right.
What is it? Yeah.
Left.
Here.
I love the quiet.
Okay.
I love the quiet. I used to remember when my mom and I, back in the day, would go into like Abercrombie and all that stuff, and my mom was always like, I can't handle this. I can't handle this. Or she would turn the volume down in the car because she's like, I can't focus. It's too much. I'm doing the same thing. I can't focus. I have to see better. I have to turn down the volume. That's me. Totally, I am my mother. And I used to, hi baby. And I used to make fun of my mom for that, but now I am her. And I'm like, when my kids, when we go shopping, and I'm like, I can't, the smells, the sounds, I gotta go out. Here's my card. Here's my card. I can't. And it's an age thing. I really believe it's an age thing, you know, because I didn't understand it, but now that I'm at that age where my mom was like, I can't do it anymore, the smells, the people, I can't hear, like I have a headache. And I remember when my kids were younger and it started and I was like, oh no, after my mom died, and I was like, what the fuck? I am my mother. Like, now I feel bad, right? I feel bad because I gave my mom such shit. And I teased her for it, and I did all those things that kids do, right? And then now here I am today, and I'm like, I gotta turn down the music. And they're like, Mom, I said, I can't think, I can't see, I don't know where I'm going, like I need to turn it down. I'm like, God, you were so good. And then I say, well, I said the same thing, so. I am my mom, so. And she's laughing down, and she's, Katie, same thing. I swore I would never turn to my mom, and even Dan, he's like, okay, Janice. I'm like, yeah. I have my groceries a busy camper. I do too, Terry. Don't judge. It's fine.
What are we talking about?
You know,
What are we
Leo,
talking about?
I have a hard time posting photos of my mom in the open forum because of how much the hate and the ugliness that is coming on with society and me and everything. Oh, and here Dan is showing my mom to the open forum. Thank you, Dan.
She was already sick in this photo, so
Yeah.
she was already diagnosed.
That was one.
And that's Hannah and.
By the
Andrew.
way, that was my last trip to Disneyland. My husband is choosing to share that memory with you guys. That was my last memory of my mom at Disneyland. So thank you to Dan for showing you all that. I don't like that because to me that's very, very precious to me.
But she has no problem sharing what I look like when I bend over.
No,
There's
it's
us.
different. You can defend yourself. My mom can't.
Your mom doesn't have to defend herself. She's a beautiful woman. What does she have
No,
to
because
defend?
people are ugly and they use it against us, and I don't.
They're
like
going to
that.
use her picture?
It's a violation to me. Just saying, because I saw how ugly people are, and I just don't like. But that was my last visit. That's my mom. Was a very sensitive subject to me, and because social media has made it so ugly for her and her whatever, I don't like to share it on the open forum because it's so private to me and it's so
This is a
gut-wrenching.
picture of us at the very beginning.
My mom took that picture.
Yep.
Look at those
Because
eyes.
her mom knew that was. That was us.
That was my last trip with my mom to Disneyland. That was her thing that we did with my kids.
We have a big gate for Grandpa. I am not gonna go check on him. Brush him. Brush him, brush him, brush him. Remember Grease? Brush him, brush him, brush him.
I wouldn't have done that, just so you guys know, because I keep that private just because of the ugliness that ensued, trying to prove a point about me and Dan and all that shit. My mom is very special to me, and I don't think everybody deserves that right, just because I saw how ugly people are with her. So I wouldn't have done that. But that picture that he showed was the last trip we ever took to Disneyland. Yeah. That was our thing. She took my kids. Every year we did it until her last trip was that photo.
Okay.
Straight through there, that's your road, Bob?
Right here?
Yep.
This right?
And I'm sorry, some of you who aren't members and appreciate those things, but there's so much ugliness in the world that with all the trauma I've been through with social media and her and them trying to get to their alternate whatever, their points or their...
Put on his shoes today.
He did.
Shoes weren't on right.
Well, anyway. So it's really hard for me to show those things in an open forum just based on the hate that I've gotten and the hate that my mom's gotten, or the use of the golden ticket people thought they had. My mom is my mom. You know, I can't help but to protect her and protect her dignity and know that she would hate to be used as a pawn in anybody's game and anything, and it's ugly. And that's why I hate so much about social media, and I just wish sometimes he would respect that. Anyhow. They are, Sharon. And I can tell you that when you put your lives out there on social media, you know, everybody makes it their business for everything, even the things that you don't want to share, right? And there's no validation to anything or anybody who thinks that it's okay to, you know, look into your business and but give the people their respect of their loved ones.
Yeah, we got on late. That's why he was up a little later. We got on late. All right. What are we talking about?
Oh, Dan's not in trouble. But I just, there's certain things that hi, Fupa. No, I said you're not in trouble.
I'm not worried about being in
Oh,
trouble.
what are you pissed off about?
I don't know what we're talking about.
But, you know, I don't like to share my mom as much as I can just because I've been hurt by the arena of social media with my mom, and I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. We're good, Space. We're good. Yeah. You know, and
CNN, I mean, insane.
No. I just want people to respect boundaries.
I'm sorry, but
when it comes
you know,
to
you have no problem sharing anything about anybody all the time. So it's not like you can impose, you know, artificial boundaries like showing a picture.
I know, you guys. It's just my mom, and I'm extra sensitive about my mom. That's it. It's fine. Hi, Cameroon. In Cameroon. Hello in Trinidad. Oh, it's horrible. You know, losing a parent is horrible at no matter what age. You know, they are our biggest comforts, right? In times of whatever. Parents are, it's hard to lose no matter what. If you're, yeah, it's school time.
Yeah, I'm not. I showed a nice picture.
He loves it.
I didn't
I
show
mean,
like
he doesn't show
you know
it.
my dad in, you know, some kind of compromised position or where I'm very careful about protecting my dad. I'll show you any picture. I have no problem showing any picture of him, because that's not a.
Oh, essay. You know, losing your mom.
It is. I'm worried about. You know, I'm going to lose my parents sooner rather than later, and it is terrifying for me.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying for
It's
me.
horrible. No, Grandpa's never been violent. Absolutely not.
No,
No.
and not in his whole life.
Mm-mm. And I don't know. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. Right with the course of a disease. Right now.
I'm pretty sure he's not going to.
Well, we don't know.
Well, you don't. I mean,
We
you
don't
get
know.
if it hits a particular area of the brain, but
Yeah,
you never
we
know.
don't know. I just couldn't imagine him being that way, but it happens to a lot of people, and they could never have imagined that situation too. My mom, with her mom, had some weird
I'm
experiences.
sorry, Jason. I'm so sorry for your loss. It's so
Oh,
recent.
Jason, I'm so sorry. I know with my mom, she had a weird experience with her
Shelley,
mom.
that's even tougher than losing a parent.
When her mom was further in the and my grandmother was her dementia happened with a traumatic brain injury. She was at bingo, and they loved bingo, and a beam fell on her head, so her situation was different. So it was traumatic, injury induced. And my mom, every time she would go out there to visit and to help take care of my grandfather or whatever, my grandmother had this like violent behavior towards my mom. Like, why is she here? She just had this whole delusional thing on my mom, and it was really hard for her. So I get it. That's horrible.
The
And
door
it was
works
horrible.
great.
And it was horrible for my mom. Like, so I get
can't
that.
imagine losing a
I
kid.
get. Oh God, I can't.
I can't. I mean, I you know, we dealt with Andrew, and
We're still dealing with Andrew. I mean, we will deal with Andrew.
Every
until
time
die.
we see Andrew's numbers,
his
you know,
numbers
it's a
are
stress.
in, and it's
Like it's
still stressing me out
yeah,
because I know they're in.
they're in. All right, are you ready
We can.
to eat? I'm ready to eat. It is already 7:30. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. And
Got to look at
Alright.
the test results. So
thank you, Sonia.
they've been on my mind ever since I know they came in. And
Sandy, you never recover that. My dad lost his sister when she was a teenager, and my mom will tell me, you know, will tell you, she's told me a million times. My grandmother never recovered from losing her daughter, her oldest child.
How do you recover from that?
She never did her whole life. She never recovered. She was never quite the same. But I don't think there is any recovery from losing a kid. Andrew has IgA nephropathy. It's a disease of the kidney. and he's doing fine. He's been stable for a number of years, but it's always a worry.
It's always a worry.
But guys, thank you so much. We're gonna eat. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate it.
Love you guys.
A quick
See you in the
follow would
morning.
be great, and
See you in the morning.
we'll see you guys next
Love you
time.
guys.
Thanks for hanging out.